This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
Welcome back, everybody. When I say this word, right away, it's going to sound like this is a negative podcast and topic, but not meant to be. So I'm going to say the word grief. Many different shapes and forms. Essentially, it is the loss of something. And a lot of times you hear that word, and right away, understandably so, we think of the loss of a loved one. Certainly, that's grief. There's all different types of grief as well. The loss of a job, loss of a relationship, on and on and on. We're going to talk about that today with an eye on energy and how you can move forward through grief using this thing called Reiki, energy healing. She is a Reiki master, practitioner at Calming Vibrations, and so great to have her back with us. Samantha Somervill is on the program. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm gratified that we're talking about this because I feel that there's more here than we realize. And I want to ask you, are we all grieving all the time? Now, I know that's a pretty heavy question, but when you think about all the things we've experienced and the things that we've lost in our lives, and again, not just people, that accumulation of loss and grief is energetically in us, weighing us down until we clear it out with something like Reiki. Are we all grieving all the time? What are your thoughts?
Well, grief is not something that any of us are truly prepared for, yet we all share it. It's the universal language of love. It's the echo of that connection that remains with us when something or someone we hold dear is no longer present in the way we knew. So it doesn't always come in the form of death, as we talked about right there at the beginning.
Yep.
We grieve endings. So relationships, careers, chapters in life, dreams that didn't unfold the way we imagined. So we grieve the versions of ourselves we've outgrown, the past not taken, the people who drifted away. And then there's even anticipatory grief. When we begin mourning something before it actually happens. So this can arise when someone we love is facing an illness, or when we feel a change is coming, we can't stop, or when life shifts in a way that is irreversible. So the ache of knowing that something precious is slipping through our fingers and being powerless to hold on. So a lot of folks have heard psychiatrist Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, and she first gave the language of this emotional stages of grief, of denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. Those are stages. But as many people know, it's not linear. At any time, it'll ebb and flow, and you can be at any stage. You can go backwards, you can go forward, you can jump around. It doesn't matter where you are and at what point in time or how long you stay there. You might wake up in calm acceptance one morning, only to be swept into anger and sadness the next. There is no wrong or right way to grieve. There's no timetable. There's no rules. Grief is like love, and it's deeply personal. So something could happen, and you could be fine that next day. 10 years from now, that could pop up for you, and it just hits you like a wall. Or you could grieve for like a set amount of time, whatever you feel is what you need, and it still comes back at you later from a song, or you could smell something, or you just see a word in a book, and sometimes that can come back to you. So be kind to yourself and understand that there is no timetable on grief, and there is no right way or wrong way for you to grieve.
Now, you help people heal when it comes to energy. Is it possible that you had somebody pass decades ago and you're still grieving, but you don't know it because energetically there's grief within.
Yeah, you can.
Mm,
Um, we hold that grief, and it lives and moves through our heart chakra. This energetic center, typically it glows in shades of green and pink. You can see the colors. It's located in your center of your chest. When we hold our capacity to give and receive love, not just romantic love, but compassion, forgiveness, and the ability to connect with others and ourselves. When grief touches the heart, it can create energetic tightness or heaviness.
mm,
So you might feel a literal ache in your chest, a hollowness in the breath, or a sense of emotional numbness. So these are sensations for the body as a way of communicating that energy is blocked or compressed. So you may be feeling the grief and not know that you're grieving, but your body is telling you, I need to push through whatever I'm feeling and I need to process it in some way. So, using Reiki as an example, it offers a gentle way to support the heart healing. It helps you, encourages that energy to move again, not to erase the grief, but to soften it and allow it to transform. So, it doesn't rush the process. It holds you right where you are with that unconditional love and allows you to discover your own rhythm and capacity to feel that joy again
mm.
while carrying that memory. So it's not saying, hey, this will heal and erase all that pain. No, it's going to help you deal with the feelings and find a way to move forward and with a bigger capacity.
This whole energy thing, we hold on to things, don't we? You know,
Yeah.
I hear that a lot of what we experience, even as kids, is in our DNA, in our cells, in our bodies. The traumatic experiences, big and small, from way back in the day, are within us. And if we don't clear them out, we're just walking around every day dealing with stuff and not even realizing why we feel off, why we feel down. Um, and I got to imagine, you know, that's the loss of, let's say, someone. You imagine the loss of all that other stuff that I call it the emotional backpack. You know, I left a job years ago. It was a loss. It stung. Maybe life moved on, but you still haven't dealt with it. Now you threw that in the backpack. Passing of a relative, threw that in the backpack. Now you're walking around with all of this stuff, and you don't know why you feel a little off or a little heavy, but maybe it's because we're grieving something.
Because it affects you on every layer of who you are. Your
Yeah.
physical, your emotional, your spiritual. It can leave you exhausted, disoriented, feeling disconnected from life around you. Yet beneath all that pain, grief is also a pathway, a
Mm.
doorway to deeper compassion, understanding, and spiritual connection. So you can learn to witness grief as energy in motion rather than something suppressed. When we suppress grief, it often settles in the body, as I said, manifesting in fatigue, anxiety, or even illness. So when we allow it to flow and to be acknowledged, it begins to shift and integrate. So that gentle acceptance and presence helps you move that a little bit so that you can start to align and start dealing with your backpack, as she said,
Mm.
and start moving the items around in it a little bit so that it's not as such a heavy load that you have to carry.
Let's look at how this works, the healing aspect of it, because I know it's hard for somebody to grasp that what we experience in our lives, daily basis, decades ago, it's all there, but we need to clear it out. It's almost, you know, spring cleaning, if you will. Um, and I don't believe that many people understand it. So let's say there was a grieving situation. Maybe it still weighs on you from time to time. When you work with somebody, can you take us through the process of Reiki and how you heal?
Yeah. Well, grief tends to contract energy. It draws it inward. So it's like it's in, you like hold it in. So Reiki helps guide this energy upward and outward again, allowing the emotional charge to move through the sacral, which is where emotions originate, which is right there below your breastbone, yeah, right there. And then up to the heart chakra. So it moves that emotion up and then up through the throat chakra where expression lives. So working with your energy will help move that through your body, help you take those emotions and transform them up through the heart to understand them and through the throat so that you can express them. So when these centers start to harmonize through the energy work, you'll notice a sense of emotional release. So you might cry, there might be gentle tears, you might laugh. You don't know. There'll be an emotional release of some sort. Though you'll have an easier time expressing how you feel. So it'll move that through. There'll be a deepening sense of inner calm. So you'll have like a space. You feel there's space there. You have moments of unexpected peace. Like you'll feel like there's a beat in between your rhythm. Each of these is a sign that the energetic balance is returning. So you'll feel that maybe during a session, or maybe right after, or maybe a week or two after. It'll take time for that to integrate. So as the energy flows through all seven chakras, all the way through, because everything works together, from the root grounding you to the present moment, to the crown chakra, connecting you to divine wisdom, you begin to feel whole again. So as you clear through, it helps you balance. So Reiki doesn't erase the loss of whatever it is that you are grieving, and whatever you're grieving is valid. It simply holds you with that compassion until you're ready to hold yourself again.
Mm. I do want to say this because I feel I need to, based on what I've heard
Mm.
from those grieving the loss of someone. Many, as I understand it, and I get it, are afraid to try different modalities because they're afraid that it's going to take away the memories. Like, for example, hypnotherapy. They think that it's like, I still want to remember them. I just don't want it to hurt as much. That's not going to happen with any of this. It's not like from movies, the memory eraser, and now you don't have to deal with it because you don't remember it. Absolutely not. Put that in bold right there. Make it the font 18 feet high. No, it's the energy within that is hurting. Where we clear that out, and you're better, my description, better able to process it because it's not weighing as heavy. Doesn't mean you're not going to feel the same thing in terms of love, memories, and all of that. I just feel I need to say that. I based on what I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, it's very important to be supported during your grief as well.
Sure.
The other modalities, yes, it all helps. It supports you. But there's other ways to support you if you do have that fear. I mean, create your circle of support. Write down the names of those people who do uplift you. Why? Why do those people uplift you? Friends, family, healers, even spiritual teachers. Let them hold you when your strength falters. Why does that particular person help you? And what do they offer you?
Mm,
Honor your memories. Light a candle. Write a letter. Speak their name out loud. Remembrance is sacred. Do not let go of those memories. Those memories were special for you and for that person or that time that you're grieving or whatever that event was. Remember that because there's a reason why you're grieving that. Allow emotion to move. Cry. Don't be afraid to cry.
yeah.
Journal. Breathe. Movement, physical or energetic, allows emotion to release safely from the body. just moving in whatever way you're able to physically. Some people are limited physically. Find the movement that works for you. Uh, Practice if self Reiki daily. Everyone can do this. Even 5 minutes of hand placement over your heart or your abdomen can bring you deep relief. Just sitting there, just with your hand over your heart and just breathing. You'll be amazed at the feeling of just stillness that you receive. It just centers yourself. Let go with intention. Whisper yourself, in order to mourn fully, I release, and then whatever you name is what you're ready to let go of. So there's something that's not letting you mourn. There's something holding you back. What is that? But every
Mm.
step, every tear, every breath, that's a part of your healing. So you're not there to forget, you're there to still remember, but to heal yourself so that you continue to be whole.
Thank you for the reminder about the tears. And a lot of us, "Oh, I don't want to cry again." Get it. However, we're the only species, as I know it, that cries for a reason. There's a chemical release, right? Coming from your tears. It's not just, I'm crying because I'm sad.
Yeah.
That was given to us for a reason. So don't hold back if you need to.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be tears. Some people, their emotional release is to go and yell somewhere or anger. Obviously, you have to funnel that. I mean, if you have to go to the batting cages and get that emotion out somewhere, you need to figure out what is that release for you to get that energy moving. It's got to have a release point.
Mm-hmm. It's
If
so
you
true.
don't channel, if you don't funnel it, it will come out. So you need to find that safe release.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. And again, it's about the flow. It's there needs to be flow in life. So if the energy is stuck within you, it needs to be released in some form. Reiki being one of them when you work with people, and you can do that anywhere virtually for anyone. Um, I don't want to run out of time because you do
Yeah,
these wonderful meditations, and I'm looking at the clock, so I'm thinking we
yeah.
probably should do that. What's this one about?
This is for grief and healing.
Hmm. I say this applies to all of us.
It does. Okay. All right. Now, if you're able, find a comfortable space. Allow your body to settle into stillness, either sitting or lying down. Let your hands rest gently over your heart. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to your breath. Inhale through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. Feel your breath as a wave, steady, rhythmic, unhurried. Each inhale brings in peace. Each exhale releases sorrow. Now imagine a soft green glowing beneath your hands, the color of the heart chakra. With each breath, this light grows warmer, brighter, softer. It expands outward, filling your chest, your shoulders, your arms. Let it flow through you, melting away the heaviness that has lingered. If emotions rise, allow them. Tears, warmth, memories, all are welcome here. They are your heart speaking. Whisper gently to yourself, I am allowed to grieve. I am safe to feel. I am healing one breath at a time. Feel the Reiki energy cradle your heart like loving hands. You are not alone in this space. You are supported by the love that never dies, the eternal thread that connects you all, that was, all that is, and all that will be. Take one more deep cleansing breath. Inhale love. Exhale release. When you're ready, gently turn your awareness to the present moment. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Feel the surface beneath you. And when you open your eyes, do so softly, carrying with you the light of the healing and the quiet strength of your own heart.
Whoa. I have a question, and I don't even know if you can answer it.
I will try.
It's been said that the best thing for all of us is to live in the moment. And I figured that out 4 years ago, 3 years ago. It took time to figure it out. During a meditation, even that one, you said come back to this moment. When we're meditating, where are we? Like they say, don't live in the past, don't live in the future, live in the now. Are we in the moment when we're meditating, or a different type of moment? I got nothing. I'm just trying to put it all together.
It's wherever you need to be, truthfully. Like, I'll be honest, sometimes I travel when I meditate or journey or even during sound baths.
I got you.
Lately, I've been going to the past. So, like way past.
Cool.
So it just depends on where you need to be and what you need to see and you might go to a different plane. I have people that I know that go to different planets. So it
Okay. So
just depends.
the same
Yeah.
for me. And there's sometimes, like you said, a different plane where I could be meditating. I think I am staring at an object. That works for me with my eyes open. But there are moments where, I'll be lying in bed when I first wake up or just before I go to sleep where that I hear that's impactful. But during the day, I could just stare at, a nail on the wall or whatever. And for a few moments, I'm somewhere else. I don't know where I am, but I'm in a different realm, it seems like. And then I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I'm staring at something. I don't even know I'm staring at it. I don't even know my eyes are open. But it's a wonderful moment because sometimes you get clarity, sometimes you see things in a different way. All right, thank you for answering. I always wondered. Samantha, the best way to find you, and you can do this energy healing even for somebody that's grieving anywhere virtually. How do we connect with
Yeah.
you?
You can reach me at calmingvibrations.com or reach out at contact@calmingvibrations.com.
Heavy topic today, but I believe it's one that we needed to discuss. And if you're seeing this and you're hearing this, there's probably a reason why it came up. The universe said you needed to hear it. Thank you for today. Really appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.